Built in 1822, its 20-foot thick red brick walls have stood witness to an epic Civil War battle that would eventually lead to the fall of the South's greatest city. It still stands today on the banks of the river at PLAQUEMINE Bend.
This giant bend in the river right out here is the reason why the forts were here. Because in the day of sailing ships, they had to slow down, and a good sailor will always know you got to tap your sails to be able to catch the wind and keep going. When those vessels slow down, then these forts could shoot at it.
It's amazing how well built this place is and what it's been through. It's unbelievable this place survived.
Starting on April 16, 1862, and continuing for 7 days, the Union Navy bombarded the Confederate-controlled Fort Jackson, but failed to silence its guns.
It was a very strategic event during the war between the states. This is probably one of the most important locations in the entire war.
Early on the morning of the 24th, Flag Officer David Fairbanks, the man who is quoted as saying, "Damn the torpedoes," successfully sent his ship north past Fort Jackson to New Orleans.
The Union fleet docked in downtown New Orleans near the French quarter. They put a few soldiers aboard to take down the Confederate flag.
This ensured that the river was restricted. They had a base of operations, the Union did, to move up the river to New Orleans, and this just put the pencil off.
But the ultimate result was the fall of New Orleans.
The Battle of Fort Jackson is often referred to as the night the war was lost.
I got a home in Tennessee, little lady, sail away, that's the place I wanna be, little lady, sail away, don't you rock the sound.
Every year around the anniversary of the battle, the fort's history comes to life with an invasion of hundreds of reenactors. As a kid, my dad would drag me to every historic site possible. If it had a plaque, we were there. But now, it was my turn. He loved it. As a tourist, and one who has read a lot of the Civil War journals, Fort Jackson really comes alive with this particular weekend. The artillery exhibitions, the people who are in costume, there's a passion which really makes visiting this area a real special event.
We can come in here and put on a real good show for the spectators. And not only them, but ourselves.
If it was showtime, I wanted to be part of it. So I enlisted in the 1st Louisiana Light Artillery and learned the ropes of cannoneering.
Fire!
Like that?
What you gonna do?
All right.
They're shooting our sweet little parrot, Roxanne. We're actually doing battery fire, simulating what it would have been during the war when they would have fought back and forth. It had cannons sitting out in the outriggers. And what you're seeing over here is actually the Union soldiers, and they're eventually going to come over and take over our area here.
Not on my watch. Not with Roxanne. My superior officer was not impressed with my first fire. But in time, this soldier got in line. When the smoke cleared, there was only one more dirty deed that I need to accomplish before earning my stripes. If I put this on here,
I'll rub it on his face. He didn't get enough powder.
We're like in a bucket. Oh, no. How about that?
That's good.
That's all right.
He's initiated.
I'm initiated. I'm a boss. There you go. Gentlemen, thank you. I'm a cannoneer.
You come back, sir.
I think we would have won if I was doing a cannoneer this time.
We might have won then. We would have definitely won if he was our cannoneer. He did very well.
Not even television can rewrite history, but at Fort Jackson's annual reenactment, you may be able to relive it. It's a tribute to the people here who are trying to portray that type of historical event and the people that participated. There's a real sense of history, which I think tourists pick up very, very readily. For one weekend a year, Fort Jackson lets down its guard and celebrates